Very clear that this is a winnable struggle and we will win it in the long run.
I'm also going to look quickly to the audience that if you ever have any question, please raise your hand and then you'll get the chance.
What was the title again?
The title is Palestine. It's a colonial. Something colonial. Sorry.
ممكن and it's possible إذا بدهم يسألوا أسئلة بالعربي كمان ممكن أسئلة بالعربي وبجاوبهم بالعربي بالإنجليزي يعني مقبول.
هولندية عربي خليتونا لا حانا ولا مانا.
ايه بس طبعا يعني ما في.
احنا بندرس. ايه بنحكي عربي وبنحكي هولندي. الناس اللي بتحكوا لنا انجليزي.
بليز تفضلوا. ايه اذا في سؤال بالعربي تفضل.
هل ممكن الكتاب ينزل لهولندا يعني أريد باللغة العربية أو بالإنجليزية يعني ولا بس في أمريكا؟
Did you hear the question?
Should I in English or so?
لا الكلاب راح ينتشر في أوروبا وفي أمريكا راح ينتشر عندكم في هولندا وخلال فترة قصيرة إن شاء الله بيكون موجود ويترجم إلى اللغة العربية. هو كتب باللغة الإنجليزية ولكن ترجمته عن قريب إن شاء الله تحصل في عدة لغات بالإضافة إلى العربية الإنجليزية ممكن التركية ولغات أخرى.
Thank you very much. You have already answered my question. Thank you very much. However, I expect to. At what time do you expect to come the book in Holland? Do you understand my question? Hello. متى تعتقد نزول الكتاب في المملكة الهولندية؟ أو في دولة عربية أو شيء؟
أظن شوفت صورة هو ممكن يجاوب على هذا السؤال ولكن أظن بشهر 9 ممكن يكون وقت إصدار الكتاب في هولندا.
طيب شو اسم الكتاب بالعربي عربي؟ لأن ما فهمه بالإنجليزية.
فلسطين شيء استعماري.
طيب ألف شكر لك يا أستاذ. بارك الله فيك. شكرا.
Shukran. I have another question from the audience.
Just to mention Hatem, here's Leo. I'm the publisher of the book by Hatem. So we will bring Hatem to Holland. So as soon as we have a date, I'm very pleased that Back to Palestine and the organizations involved here would be willing in joining us to welcome Hatem.
Perfect. Like this?
Thank you. I see no further questions, so that means that I can ask. I think we have a little bit time. Okay, we have just enough time.
Nog even de achternaam van hem, Hatem en dan?
Bazian.
B-I-N-S?
B-A-Z-I-A-N.
B-A-Z-I-A-N. أنا أتكلم عربية.
We still have
السلام عليكم أستاذ حاتم.
وعليكم السلام.
هيا حسيبة من نابلس من البيت الفلسطيني بهولندا.
يا أهلا وسهلا.
أهلا بك. إحنا بنتشرف بمعرفتك أستاذ اليوم وبنتشرف أكثر لو تشرفنا لهولندا. في يوم
ولكن إن شاء الله نرتب البرنامج إنه يكون عندي زيارة لهولندا. إحنا بنتعاون مع دوب بعدة برامج في أوروبا وفي مناطق أخرى فهذا وعد إن شاء الله إنه أحضر في وقت قريب للزيارة.
إن شاء الله. شكرا لك. سلام.
عفوا.
Looking at the audience. Just briefly coming back to Europe. we were talking with a member of the our version of the social justice for Palestine, talking about the different roles we can play in this as Europeans, but also as, let's say, so-called new Europeans. How do you see this movement of young European, whether they are Palestinian or Syrian? How do you see this develop?
Well, my sense is that the movement for Palestinian rights and the Palestinian struggle has been structurally linked to the global movement for social justice, for equality, for human rights, and we see it both here in the United States and Europe. We see the mobilizations that are taking place, and I would date it to the critical mobilization for the Iraq war, where we have begun to see a massive engagement of individuals in the streets that are very critical of European policies, of the hypocrisies, of the double standard, of the discourse of human rights, but only with its wideness that is being spoken of, where human rights for the Northern Hemisphere is completely dismissed and not interested. So I think we have to see that these are historical changing periods in both European history, but also in Southern Hemisphere having a role to play in European domestic political landscape. And I know that the increasing complications and increasing tightening of thought is on our ability to organize, but I hear that as a reaction of our success, not a sign of our failure. That when power actually attempts to shut down and silence the grassroots and silence those who are successful in the street, this is a sign that the political leadership no longer has a solution to its loss of credibility among the broader society. And I think we see this in the US, we see it in parts of Europe, and even we see it in some of the Arab countries that are getting closer to Israel, thinking that by engaging in this alliance, they will be able to sustain themselves. So I'm confident and optimistic in the long run, despite the difficulties that we are facing domestically in Europe or in the United States.
Thank you very much. When you talk about kind of all these different, this intersectionality, could you tell us something about that in Berkeley? Because I've known that there's very and kind of a new movement where you have the black community there really being solidarity with the Palestinian cause, and that it has created a big, on social media there was this big campaign where, a singer as Lauryn Hill was saying that it is one struggle. Could you just, as last, tell us something more about that, and how important is that for a movement like this?
Both in Berkeley and across the United States, we've been working very deliberately to create a structured relations between the various communities that have historical struggles. And I would say in the area of Berkeley and in California in particular, and other sections in the US, we've been working on it from the period of the anti-apartheid movement, Central American Solidarity Movement, and others, to try to create a set of principles by which we engage in political activism and organizing. And we have registered a number of successes in the past, and I think right now there's a convergence between Black Lives Matter, the Latino population that is working on immigration issues, the Muslim community that is facing Islamophobia, the Arab Palestinian community dealing with Palestine, criminalization or increasing criminalization of political activism. Many of these threads are coming together and are rallying into making a difference in the political landscape. And part of witnessing, let's say, the current presidential election, where we have a buffoon called Trump that is running for election, but I think what's important to notice is that Bernie Sanders being pushed more to the left was as a result, direct result of the success of the grassroots of forcing the agenda of the political left in the US on the presidential landscape. And I think Bernie Sanders shifting to the left is an important indicator of that intersectionality having essentially forced itself on the debate and beginning to have an impact. I think that has to contend with it.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Professor, and we hope to see you in September.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much.
You.